Mary Brown discreetly critiques Kody while contemplating the type of love she will no longer tolerate. Since the premiere of Sister Wives in 2010, Kody Brown's relationship with his first wife, Mary, has continuously attracted significant attention. Married since 1990, their relationship deteriorated over the years, resulting in emotional detachment and ineffective communication. Despite her divorce from Kody in season 18, she continues to covertly disparage her ex-husband. Recently, Mary purportedly made a veiled reference to her ex, indicating that certain emotional scars require time to mend. In a poignant Instagram post, she expressed her views on relationships, uploading a video accompanied by a compelling caption that emphasized self-worth and emotional clarity, according to Parade magazine. "I am not requesting perfection, nor am I asserting that anyone is indebted to me," Mary said. She proceeded, "I am merely stating that if you are truly interested, demonstrate your commitment. Demonstrate your appreciation for me. I possess something of value, and when I perceive appreciation, I will engage wholeheartedly." Mary subsequently contemplated her present perspective, stating, "I have a beautiful life, one that I have deliberately constructed." Articulating her expectations, she remarked, "I do not seek someone to complete me, but rather someone who complements me." Mary also delineated her boundaries, asserting, "I will not pursue, I will not coerce, and I certainly will not compromise." Upon the arrival of the appropriate individual, a sense of tranquility will ensue. She concluded with a compelling foresight, remarking, "There will be joy, devoid of uncertainty. Clarity, not perplexity. Depth, not games." Fans expressed their support for Mary in the comments of the Instagram video. One fan remarked, "I concur with traditional values, but you must also contribute. How will you make him feel exceptional? It is a reciprocal relationship," while another observed, "I admire your evolution into the person you have become. You are truly exceptional, Mary Brown." A fan expressed, "I am delighted for you, Mary. You are entitled to precisely what you desire in a spouse and should not compromise. The ideal partner exists." In the meantime, another person said, "Absolutely. Congratulations, Mary. Maintain elevated standards." A fan commented, "You deserve the best in life, particularly after your experiences with Kody." Another fan observed, "She may receive considerable criticism for this, but she is correct. This is what facilitates the relationship's success, or at least initiates it positively." Notably, in the Sister Wives One-on-One Season 19 special, Mary clarified a persistent rumor regarding the origins of Kody and Robyn Brown's relationship. When host Sukanya Krishnan inquired if she harbored any regrets about introducing Robyn to Kody, Mary promptly rectified the narrative, according to Today. "I didn't introduce Robyn to Kody," she asserted emphatically. "You didn't?" Krishnan inquired, seeming astonished. Mary elucidated, "No. There is currently significant discourse on Twitter on my introduction of them. I did not introduce them." With that, Mary made it clear she wanted fans to stop blaming her for the beginning of Kody and Robyn's controversial relationship. However, Kody Brown once claimed he never loved Mary Brown. Love is meant to be multiplied, not subtracted. And yet Kody admitted he did just that with his previous claims that he never loved his ex-wives. "It's more of like a knee-jerk reaction," he said during the June 15th One-on-One special, insisting he was reeling from them, trashing him. "I was deep in the throes of reactionary vitriol for the past 3 years. Which is why," he said, he alluded to Mary that he never truly loved her while they were spending their anniversary together. Recounting the conversation to a pal in a September 2024 episode, Mary insisted she knew he loved her. But if he didn't, the mom to Leon Brown said in a confessional, "Why did he ever propose? When a single young man meets a single young woman, why would he choose to marry her and just affirm and force love for her when he didn't love her?" she wondered. "How cruel is that? To pick me out of a crowd and just be like Kody's response," he shared in his own confessional. "Oh, Mary has her little accusations now." Though, he would share that they never enjoyed a honeymoon period. "This marriage was on the rocks the entire marriage," he insisted on the October 20th episode. And how would I know that? Because I had such a better relationship with Janelle, with Christine, with Robyn. But he stayed out of fear, noting, leadership will never allow you to marry again if you're discarding wives. Source, however. Sister Wives star Christine Brown endured years of emotional neglect during her spiritual marriage to Kody Brown. As one of 4 wives, she often felt sidelined, particularly after Kody married Robyn Brown. Christine craved intimacy and attention, but Kody's time was divided. She revealed in the season 19 tell-all special that their intimacy became an obligation. The introduction of Robyn further strained the family dynamic, exacerbating Christine's feelings of being overlooked. Struggling to maintain equality in a polygamous structure, she realized Kody couldn't meet her emotional needs. Christine chose to leave Kody and seek a fulfilling life. Now the Sister Wives season 19 star is in a loving, attentive marriage with David Woolley, where she finally feels cherished. Christine and Kody's marriage ended due to lack of intimacy. Christine got very candid with host Suki Krishnan during the Sister Wives season 19 tell-all special. The mother of 6 opened up about her sex life with Kody. To Christine, being in an intimate relationship with a loving partner was important, and Kody simply couldn't meet her needs in the beginning. She thought their level of intimacy was good enough, but it eventually tapered off. Making matters worse, Kody wasn't meeting her emotional needs either. Christine says things with Kody worsened after he married Robyn. Seeing Kody's affection for Robyn, Christine recognized a profound flaw in her own relationship. The Sister Wives season 19 star noted that Kody wasn't delivering as a partner, so their bond was weakened. We used each other, Christine confessed, describing their connection as a hollow act. Their fading bond ultimately contributed to her decision to leave. Christine was desperate for some affection. She finally has the marriage she always wanted. Christine's relationship with David Woolley blossomed quickly. In January 2023, she revealed she was navigating online dating, and by Valentine's Day, she announced her exclusive commitment to David, a widower with 8 children. Their relationship got serious rapidly, culminating in an April 2023 engagement. On October 7, 2023, they were married during a Sister Wives wedding special that aired on LTC. My mom always craved more physical affection from Dad. Now she's free to express that affection publicly as much as she wants. During the Sister Wives season 19 tell-all special, TLC played a package with clips of David and Christine's PDAs from throughout the season. After watching the clips, David told Christine, "Well, you were starved for attention." She always wanted more affection from Kody, and she finally found a man who was determined to give her the marriage of her dreams. Although Christine's children quickly warmed to David, they weren't all comfortable with the couple's frequent public displays of affection. David made his TV debut during Sister Wives season 19, where he often kissed Christine in public. During the season 19 tell-all, footage captured reactions from Christine's children to the PDAs. The reactions ranged from amused to grossed out to uneasy, but Christine and David carried on undeterred. "I'm pretty impressed by her ability to manifest. It may feel awkward for Christine's children to see her be affectionate with her new husband, but they're mostly understanding. My mom always craved more physical affection from Dad. Now she's free to express that affection publicly as much as she wants." Christine has found true happiness with the loving husband she always wanted, and her children, seeing her happiness, wholeheartedly support her. This is heartwarming. Suki showed Kody the same PDA package during the Sister Wives season 19 tell-all special and asked him how he felt about seeing his ex-wife being so openly affectionate with David. Surprisingly, Kody said he was happy for Christine. "It's really what Christine always wanted," said Kody. "I'm pretty impressed by her ability to manifest." However, it was late autumn in Flagstaff. The golden leaves danced in the wind, whispering secrets of change, echoing the quiet storm brewing within Christine Brown's heart. She stood at the window of her home, looking out at the distant mountains. For years, Christine had tried to silence the voice within her, the one that begged for more than what she was given. But now, the silence had become deafening, and the cracks in her relationship with Kody were no longer possible to ignore. Christine once believed that love could be shared, that being the third wife in a plural marriage meant strength, unity, and faith. But over the years, those beliefs were worn thin by broken promises, unspoken resentments, and a man who gave more of his heart to another. Kody had become a stranger more present in Robyn's life than anyone else's. Christine had watched from a distance as her needs, her hopes, were slowly pushed aside. Conversations were transactional. Intimacy had become a memory. The home they shared was no longer warm, it was a shell. One evening, as they sat in the living room pretending to be a couple, Christine finally spoke. "I don't feel loved anymore, Kody," she said, her voice steady but tired. Kody blinked, taken aback. "That's not fair." "No," Christine replied, tears in her eyes. "What's not fair is staying in a marriage where I'm invisible." In a desperate attempt to salvage what was left, Christine and Kody agreed to try therapy, with the church elders mediating. The sessions were tense. Christine laid bare her emotional starvation. Kody, defensive and proud, claimed he was doing his best with the weight of 4 marriages on his shoulders. But deep inside, Christine knew. This wasn't just a phase. This was a pattern. One night, after a long session, she journaled. "When love feels like duty and joy becomes obligation, it's time to set yourself free." Christine gathered the courage to speak to her children first. They were heartbroken but supportive. Truly, the youngest, cried in her arms. "What about Daddy?" Christine kissed her daughter's forehead. "Daddy, and I will still love you. But sometimes, adults have to choose peace over pain." She then told Mary and Janelle. They had seen it coming. Janelle hugged her tightly. "You deserve to be happy, Christine. We all do." But telling Kody was different. In the backyard, under the dim porch light, Christine faced him. "I'm leaving," she said simply. Kody's eyes narrowed. "This is betrayal." "No, Kody. Betrayal is watching me wither away for years and pretending everything's fine." He stood in silence. No rage. No denial. Just silence. Because deep down he knew. Christine packed her things and drove to Utah. The mountains there felt like home, not because of the landscape, but because of the freedom. She found a small house with yellow shutters and planted sunflowers in the garden. For the first time in years, she didn't wake up with a heavy heart. She started a cooking vlog, began dating casually, and reconnected with her older kids. Every morning, she told herself, "I am enough." Meanwhile, back in Flagstaff, Kody tried to piece together what was left. But without Christine, the family dynamic had changed. Robyn tried to offer comfort, but guilt lingered between them like fog. Kody looked at an old family photo one night, all the wives, the children, smiling. And for the first time, he whispered the truth to himself. "I didn't just lose a wife. I lost the only one who had the courage to walk away with grace." However, it was a season unlike any other. Fiery confrontations, heartbreaking realizations, and shocking decisions unraveled in the Brown family. Kody Brown, the once proud patriarch of the polygamist household, found himself at the center of chaos as his carefully constructed world began to crumble. The season began with an unforgettable scene. Kody storming out of a family therapy session in a Las Vegas parking lot. Tensions had been simmering beneath the surface for months, and the topic of Christine's independence pushed him over the edge. With cameras rolling, Kody hurled his notebook onto the pavement and shouted, "No one listens to me anymore." Christine, cool and composed, stood her ground. "Maybe that's because we're done living under your dictatorship," she said, her voice calm but firm. The silence that followed was deafening. Mid-season, Kody faced backlash from Janelle and Mary after he moved in with Robyn full-time. Claiming it was due to health concerns, Kody tried to justify his decision, but the other wives saw it differently. In an emotional confrontation at Robyn's house, Kody issued a dramatic ultimatum. "If you can't follow my lead, then maybe this family isn't worth saving." Robyn burst into tears. "This isn't what I wanted, Kody. I wanted a family, not to be the last one standing." But it was too late. The rift had widened. One of the most shocking moments came during Truly's birthday party. The whole family was invited, but only Kody and Robyn showed up with store-bought cupcakes. Christine had gone all out with homemade decorations, but Kody barely acknowledged them. Instead, He criticized the setup and questioned Christine's parenting in front of everyone. Janelle, always the peacekeeper, finally snapped. "You want loyalty, Kody? Then show some yourself." The party ended early, and Christine left in tears. That moment marked a turning point. Kody's disconnection from his children was now undeniable. In one of the final episodes, Mary asked Kody to meet her privately. They walked through the woods behind the family's Arizona property, retracing the steps of a hike they had once taken in happier times. Mary handed him a letter. "I'm done pretending," she said softly. "This letter is me letting go." Kody read the letter silently. No cameras could fully capture his expression: rage, regret, and maybe a hint of relief. As Mary turned and walked away, Kody stood alone among the trees, finally realizing the price of control. In the season finale's explosive one-on-one interview with Suki, Kody shocked viewers by admitting what many had long suspected. "I favored Robyn. I didn't mean to, but it happened," he confessed, eyes red with emotion. "And I lost everyone else because of it." It was the first time Kody had truly owned his actions, and the last time the family appeared together on screen. Now scattered across different states, the former sister wives are building new lives. Christine is thriving in Utah with a new partner. Janelle is focusing on her business and grandkids. Mary has launched her own retreat center. And Robyn? Still clinging to what's left. Kody's most dramatic season wasn't just about fiery arguments, it was the unraveling of a legacy and the painful lesson that leadership without empathy leads only to loneliness. However, the sun was just beginning to dip behind the red mountains of Flagstaff, casting a golden hue across the quiet backyard of Christine's new home. The air was warm but carried a faint breeze, as if the universe itself was holding its breath for what was about to unfold. It had been 3 long years since the Brown family had last come together in one place. Divided by heartbreak, misunderstandings, and the collapse of their once unified plural marriage, each wife had gone her own way. Christine to Utah, Janelle to the east, Mary to her BB in Parowan, and Robyn remaining with Kody in Arizona. The children, once inseparable, had scattered across states and lifestyles. Christine had taken a bold step. For her daughter Truly's 15th birthday, she had sent out invitations not just to her children, but to the entire Brown family. No expectations, no demands, just a simple message. Let's try. For Truly. For family. At first, responses were vague. Mary replied with a polite "I'll see." Janelle sent a heart emoji and nothing more. Robyn didn't respond at all. And Kody, well, he was silent for days. Janelle was the first to walk into the yard, her arms full of gifts and her eyes already misty. "I couldn't miss it," she whispered. Hugging Chrisjo came Mary, more reserved but visibly emotional as she locked eyes with Truly, who rushed into her arms. Robyn walked in quietly, holding the hands of her youngest children. Behind her, almost hesitantly, was Kody. He looked older, more weathered, his confidence dimmed. But there was something sincere in his eyes. Something raw. As the evening unfolded, old wounds hovered just beneath the surface, but something magical was happening, healing, slow but powerful. They all sat around a fire pit, roasting marshmallows, telling stories, and watching the kids laugh the way they used to. Christine looked around the circle, her heart full. She never expected forgiveness tonight, only togetherness. And somehow, that was happening. Midway through the evening, Kody stood up, awkward at first. "I've made mistakes," he began, his voice cracking. "I let pride get in the way of love. But seeing everyone here tonight, it reminds me what I've lost. And maybe what we still have in some way." There were tears. Even Robyn couldn't hold them back. Mary reached out and touched Kody's hand, a small gesture, but monumental given their history. Janelle wiped her face, silently nodding. Christine, stunned but calm, simply said, "Thank you," something they hadn't taken in years. Imperfect, yes. Still hurting, yes. But smiling. Later, as the stars filled the sky, Christine watched her family scatter back to their cars, her heart heavy yet light. For the first time in a long time, she believed that healing was possible, not just for her, but for all of them. However, The sun was commencing its descent behind the crimson mountains of Flagstaff, illuminating Christine's new home's tranquil backyard with a golden glow. The air was warm, accompanied by a gentle breeze, as if the universe was anticipating the forthcoming events. It had been 3 arduous years since the Brown family had last convened in a single location. Fragmented by heartbreak, misunderstandings, and the disintegration of their previously cohesive plural marriage, each wife pursued her own path. Christine relocated to Utah, Janelle moved east, Mary returned to her residence in Parowan, and Robyn remained with Kody in Arizona. The children, once inseparable, dispersed across various states and lifestyles. Christine took a decisive action by sending invitations for her daughter Truly's 15th birthday, not only to her children but to the entire Brown family. There were no expectations or demands, merely a straightforward message. Let's try. For Truly. For family. Initially, the responses were ambiguous. Mary replied with a courteous "I'll see." Janelle sent a heart emoji without further comment. Robyn did not respond at all, and Kody remained silent for several days. Janelle was the first to enter the yard, her arms laden with gifts and her eyes already glistening. "I couldn't miss it," she said, embracing Chrisjo, while Mary, more restrained yet evidently emotional, made eye contact with Truly, who hurried into her embrace. Robyn walked in quietly, holding the hands of her youngest children. Behind her, almost hesitantly, was Kody. He looked older, more weathered, his confidence dimmed. But there was something sincere in his eyes. Something raw. As the evening unfolded, old wounds hovered just beneath the surface, but something magical was happening. Healing, slow but powerful. They all sat around a fire pit, roasting marshmallows, telling stories, and watching the kids laugh the way they used to. Christine looked around the circle, her heart full. She never expected forgiveness tonight, only togetherness. And somehow, that was happening. Midway through the evening, Kody stood up, awkward at first. "I've made mistakes," he began, his voice cracking. "I let pride get in the way of love. But seeing everyone here tonight, it reminds me what I've lost. And maybe what we still have in some way." There were tears. Even Robyn couldn't hold them back. Mary reached out and touched Kody's hand, a small gesture, but monumental given their history. Janelle wiped her face, silently nodding. Christine, stunned but calm, simply said, "Thank you," something they hadn't taken in years. Imperfect, yes. Still hurting, yes. But smiling. As the stars illuminated the sky, Christine observed her family disperse towards their vehicles, her heart simultaneously burdened and buoyant. For the first time in an extended period, she felt that healing was attainable, not just for herself, but for all of them. Greetings, esteemed viewers. Welcome to my channel. I am Sabrina, and I hope your day is going splendidly. If you enjoy the video, please remember to subscribe to the channel.